Thank you very much. Uh, I can speak confidently in front of the police, but I'm nervous to speak here tonight. This is the special shirt I am wearing tonight. Is the shirt I wore in the police lockup. So this is the same thing. And also, this is the handcuff. I would like to suggest every activist in the world or here to buy one of these outfits as a preparation for this full dress rehearsal. One day they will come to you too. Okay, this is my self-portrait. I draw it very handsome, to draw myself. The title of my talk today is To Fight Through Cartoon. The subject in my cartoon are corruptions and injustices in Malaysia. I do a very hard-hitting type of cartoon. My philosophy is, why pinch when you can punch? I would like to first, before I go on, I would like you to introduce to you what type of country Malaysia is. Okay, Malaysian has been governed by the same political party for more than 60 years. It's a world record now. And this is the type of leader we have. The first panel is the previous prime minister. He got brain, but he got no heart. The second one, also the previous prime minister, he got heart, but he got no brain. The current prime minister, Najib Razak, has no heart and no brain. That is the problem we are facing in Malaysia now. But the worst is, the wife of the prime minister is more powerful than him. Her name is Rosmah. That is why the movie called The Exorcism of Emily Rosmah, from the movie, And this is how you can look at Prime Minister office. From rear, it look like this. From front, because she is the one who, there is no secret in Malaysia. It's an open secret that she is the one who control the Prime Minister. And this is a still was from the movie, The Fat Awakens. Yeah? I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be sexist here, but this is her. She will, with a very big diamond ring. That's how I draw her. I had to admit that I'm very, very lucky I have her as a cartoonist. Because she's the one who provides me an idea every day. I cannot survive based on husband alone. I am really thankful to her. What I need to do is I just watch TV with my pen and brush and paper. Whenever she opens her mouth, I can start drawing. But sometimes she keep quiet for 2 or 3 weeks. I need to pray to God, please, please make her say something. I'm desperate of idea. Okay, the corruption in Malaysia is very, very huge. Previously, it was under table. After that, it developed to above table. And now, including the table, they take it. So this is very, very huge. And This also a multi-level corruption. Yeah, at the down line, yeah, because this is a government officer, and then the second line is the cabinet ministers, and then the prime ministers, and the last one is the wife of the prime minister. So at every level. Recently, it was reported that the prime minister received $700 USD in his personal bank account. That is why I think Malaysia is now is a champion of corruption, world's champion of corruption. We doesn't matter if you don't win football, Olympic or what, but you still can at least have you can still be world champion of corruption. These are the laws the government use to silent critic. Peaceful Assembly Act, Printing and Presses Act, Sedition Act, Communication and Multimedia Act, and Penal Code. This is the Sedition Act. This is also the Sedition Act. You know what is Sedition Act? Sedition Act was introduced by the British government in 1948. And the interpretation of the law is very, very wide. I am the victim of the law. Anything you do can be labeled as seditious. You write seditious, you draw cartoon seditious, if government not happy. And one day you have breakfast, they can say this is seditious breakfast, they can go and arrest you. Okay, now this is the Prime Minister, his name is Najib. He is now Maharaja. So Maharaja and Najib has become Maharajib. This is the system in Malaysia, justice system in Malaysia. We have Minister of Justice. We have beautiful court building, Palace of Justice. We have Chief Justice. What we don't have is justice. In Malaysia. Okay, this is a sample of cartoon I do about judiciary. And this is how thick the Prime Minister face is. You know, even driller also cannot use against him. And this is also a judiciary issue. Okay, as a cartoonist, yeah, normally when I draw, I have a glass like this to put my pen. Now I'm drinking. I put a pen like this. And then before and after drawing. And I call this pen stand. So my philosophy in drawing is, how can I be neutral even my pen has a stand? So for me, I really, really want everybody to stand up against a corrupt and repressive regime. While the repressive regime in the world still exists because people are silent. If I told Malaysian every day, if everybody stand up now, they have to go. So that is why for me in my cartoon, the stand is very, very important. After that, the government banned 7 of my books. This is only 6, but another one. 7 of my books under the Printing and Presses Act. Because the ground, according to the government, because the contents are detrimental to public order and can influence the readers to revolt against the government after reading cartoon book. So in Malaysia, we no need to worry. We no need to buy a Karl Marx book to do a revolution. What you need to do is buy a cartoon book and do revolution. That's what the government try to say. And after that, after that, they also, after this, They also raided my office several times in Kuala Lumpur. The last time was last year when I was in London for speaking tour. Then they came and they confiscated 150 books. When I came back from London, I asked the police, why you confiscate my book? They said it's for investigation. And I told them, but this is all same title. For 150, you take one or two, enough lah. Why you want to take 150? The same title, you know. But that's what they do. And they also raided bookstores around Malaysia and give a warning that their business license will be revoked if they sell my book in the future. And they also raided printers. 3 printers been raided because they print my book, and the same warning they got that if they continue to print my book in the future, their license will be revoked. As a result, nobody want to print my book in Malaysia because according to law, you need to print the name of the printer and at the second page. But if I do that, nobody want to print. So what I do now, I have to blacken the printer's name. This is one of the page in my latest book. Printed by black like that. And I put a note there. If the police want to know who the printer is, they need to enter this scratch and win contest. So use your coin, scratch, and you find yourself. We have to do that. You force me to do that. Yeah. And then after that, after all this episode, I came out with books called Cartoonophobia. You know, now you go to US, people talk about Islamophobia. I say, no, in Malaysia we have Cartoonophobia. So I've been arrested after that under the Sedition Act. And this is a real handcuff. This is a fake one. This is a real one. And I was handcuffed for 8 hours. And then I was arrested again last year. And I was charged with 9 charges and up to 43 years jail terms. That's what I'm facing now. The session will be next Monday, even though the trial haven't started yet, but the court session will start on next Monday. And people ask me, why you still want to do this? You know, why I still want to do this? I would like to point it out now that sometimes people ask, do you have fear? You are brave. No, I'm not brave. I have fear like everybody else. I am human. But why I want to do this? Because for me, talent is not a gift, but a responsibility. When it comes to the question, which is bigger, fear or responsibility? A responsibility is bigger than fear. That's why I still continue. And now I introduce cartoon for the people. It's not political cartoon anymore, it's cartoon for the people. So by doing this, I remove the copyright of all my cartoon. So everybody can go, share, download, print, and distribute. No need to ask permission from me. Yeah, no, this is for the people. At one point, sometime I put a note in my cartoon that according to Zunar's cartoon law, it is an offense not to share this cartoon. And by this also, I will introduce a very effective way of protest. Laughter is the best protest. If you cannot beat them, laugh at them. No regime in the world can stand if people keep laughing at them. I tell Malaysians, don't laugh when they make joke. when laugh when they are serious. So they cannot take, And yeah, this is the last point. Yeah, this is about me, where I've been charged with three type of law: the Penal Code, Sedition Act, and Printing Act. In one of the investigation, I told the police that you can ban my cartoons, you can ban my books, but you cannot ban my mind. So I will give this message, via drawing. I will draw a message to Malaysian government and also to everybody. This is me. Let's look like this. Okay. The message is, I will keep drawing. I will keep drawing until the last drop of my ink. Yeah, this is the message. Thank you very much for everybody. Thank you.